Good day everyone, I am John, moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone for today's webinar, NIST, OCR, HIPAA Risk Analysis and Risk Management explained step by step. I would now like to introduce our presenter for today, Paul R. Hills. Paul R. Hills, JD, is widely recognized for his ability to explain HIPAA rules clearly in plain language. He is an attorney licensed to practice before the Supreme Court of the United States, a graduate of Columbia University Law School and senior counselor of the Missouri Bar with an international practice in HIPAA privacy and security.
Thank you very much, John. We're going to talk about risk analysis and risk management required by HIPAA. This is an extraordinarily important topic. As John said, I am a lawyer, and I promise I am not going to speak in legalese. One of the things that we want to do, that we have focused on, is explaining things as clearly as possible. And sometimes lawyers aren't really known for being able to do that. The Office for Civil Rights, which is the office within the Department of Health and Human Services that administers and enforces the HIPAA rules. And as John said, while I am a lawyer, I have to underscore one thing, that this is an educational program. Here's what we're going to cover: how to do risk analysis and risk management. Let's do a preview of this three-act play. Based on the NIST and OCR guidance, it's really just a three-act. There are no risk analysis and risk management steps, just a three-act play. So in a play, let's take a look at the definitions that NIST has created that are critical. There are three things that determine the level of risk. Now, getting back to the three-act play. In a play, that's a link to the audit and a picture of their first page. So let's see how they did. By the way, the audit graded organizations the results for covered entity, risk analysis. For risk management, 94% of the covered entities failed. Business associates fared a little bit better. The common errors that OCR found was that OCR wasn't, so let's take a look at NIST and OCR guidance. And this is a picture of the largest breach in history happened. It was Anthem. And the investigation, HIPAA Security Rule, protected health information of 78.8 million Americans. This is from an email that was sent out announcing. So the corrective action obligations, Roger Severino was the director of the Office for Civil Rights, information about what is an enterprise risk analysis. And here is the 2010 publication and a link to it. First, you do the risk analysis. So the scope of the risk analysis, these are the sources, how to do the NIST OCR risk analysis, risk management, where you assemble the information and you Act 2, a screenshot from the HIPAA eTool. So it's software, it's got again, going back to the Act 1, protected health information in that locations. Non-EPHI, document your PHI, people who have access to your PHI. Who has access to PHI among your workforce? Business associates. The issue here, way to determine a risk level, is a full security risk, identifying risks and risk levels, and the threats and vulnerability. Identify threats using the vulnerabilities. It says there are three types of threats. Assessing the level of risks. Bad would it be if it happened? How likely is it that it can happen? So if we look at these threat vulnerability care, what you're doing as you fill out the interactive forms, you're creating a PDF. That's risk analysis. Now, we only followed through the threats and vulnerabilities. So Act 2, confrontation. This is important. It's about accountability. And here's the PDF. So risk management actions, confrontation, something you've seen before, but risk management, and this is in the risk analysis description, describe the actions that were taken to manage the risk. You can see that what Pat Privacy did, that's all it takes. HIPAA rules are easy to follow, but as we said, there were no luck to you. in HIPAA compliance. Thanks, John.
Thanks, Paul. That does conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for participating. You may all disconnect now. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.